China's top leaders have promised further reforms to develop its socialist market economy. They include developing the services sector and boosting supply-side reforms. This after the Communist Party's highest executive body adopted a resolution at the end of its third plenary session. This is one of the most important political meetings that happens around once every 5 years. The Central Committee's list of reforms aim to modernize the industrial complex, expand domestic demand while curbing debt and risk in the property sector, plus implement financial and fiscal reforms. President Xi Jinping oversaw the gathering held this week behind closed doors in Beijing. And more on this, CNA's Olivia Siong joins us now from Beijing. Olivia, quite a few very ambitious goals there in this communique. How substantive are they?
So this was a lengthy communique that was released earlier today, but I would say that it is short on specifics and any sort of tangible policy action, which is not surprising because this will likely be fleshed out in the coming days. We are expecting the release of a decision document. That's the full document of the plenum's decision and what has been discussed, and that's coming in the next few days. Also, we are expecting officials to brief the media as well, so we could possibly see more specifics, but no groundbreaking measures as we have seen in the communique as predicted. Instead, analysts I've spoken to have pointed to how the focus has seemed to be on the medium to long term. No measures as well to address short-term issues. As is typically the case at such a plenum, even though there have been calls for more to be done to address short-term issues, given the gloomy economic data that we saw being released earlier this week with slower than expected GDP growth in the second quarter of this year. In terms of actual target days, we saw the communique also instead talk about building a high standard socialist market economy by 2035 and to complete reform tasks set out at this meeting by 2029. And that's the 80th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. But what these tasks are specifically, we do not know yet. But what will likely be seen as positive signals, though, are pledges for the role of the market to be better leveraged. There was also mention about the development of the private economy as well as further opening up. But analysts I've spoken to have also said that what matters the most, and to many of the people here that I've been talking to, is the implementation, as they say they are feeling the effects of China's economic challenges. Have a listen.
老百姓对这个房产呢，就是前几年花高价钱买的房子，现在房子第一价钱上不去，第二呢，有的落价很大。
您个人有买房吗？
买了，而且有贷款。现在的经济呢稍微是有一点紧张，那是没办法，这很正常。
就还是经济吧，这老百姓生活其实挺难的，挺苦的。你要是像在生活在大城市里，可能也有条件好的，也有条件不好的。你生活在小县城里的人也是有富的，就是特别富，然后穷的就可能会特别穷。希望就是咱们能适当的调整一下这种，怎么样能把这个贫富的这个比例稍微拉一拉。
找工作特别难，就是被骗过，也是没找到好的工作，没有找到合适自己的。因为年轻人出来的比较多嘛，然后暑假工或者说学生那种的也出来比较多，很多的时候都会压榨你，就是给你很少的工钱，让你干很多的活嘛。
And Olivia, we also saw some personnel changes now involving, as they are, a former foreign minister and a former defense minister. Do you see them as significant?
Yeah, well, it certainly does shed more light, given that there haven't been many details after both of them had been removed from their posts last year. Specifically, with the former foreign minister, Qin Gang, we saw that the communiques say that the Central Committee accepted his resignation application and removed him as a member. Now, there have been questions about the former foreign minister's fate after there being reports that he was under investigation, possibly relating to national security party issues. But we have to point out in the wording used in this communique that he was referred to as Comrade Qin Gang, which possibly raises questions as to the circumstances of his removal. That's compared to also the mention of the Central Committee passing the inspection report of the Central Military Commission with regard to the former Defense Minister Li Shangfu for what it says were serious violations of discipline and law. The term comrade was not used to refer to him, as we had seen that he had been expelled from the party over corruption investigations. That announced just last month. Wei Su.
Thanks. Olivia Siong reporting live to us there from Beijing.